So today I'm going to be showing you the #1 test that attractive women will do in order to gauge your dating value compared to all of the other men that she could potentially have. This is a very important test. This is something that you're going to need to know. This is something that I want you to see, so be sure to stay with me until the end of today's video presentation. Now, after today's video is over, I want you to do one thing and one thing only. Go down below, click the link in the description, check out the full-length MBT, Masculine Behavioral Technique end-to-end webinar, so that way you can go and get results at a far quicker pace compared to the majority of all other men out there. So here is the marker board for today. Let's dive in. Okay, so this is the #1 test that very attractive or even hot women do to gauge your sexual market value. This is very important. You will run into this, so stick with me, okay? This is a situation that most guys will run into, and I'm going to tell you this right now. This is going to take experience. Hopefully, the amount of dates and the years of knowledge that I've put into these topics can actually save you that experience, so that way you can learn from me. Okay, this takes experience. Here's the situation that most guys will run into. You find an attractive woman, she's attracted to you, you're attracted to her, great. You have feelings of mutual chemistry and you think this is awesome. So what happens? You guys start sleeping together. You say to yourself, oh my gosh, look how in love we are. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, I think she really likes me. Hold on. Now you're head over heels, okay? Now you think you found your soulmate. Now you tell yourself, there's feelings of mutual chemistry and this was meant to be. This is the exact experience you will run into. What the woman will typically do is she now wants to test your dating value compared to all of the other men. So now she's going to start to seek emotional strength to see if you're attached to her or not. So this is exactly what you're going to run into. You find an attractive woman, you guys start sleeping together, you fall head over heels in love, you think you found your soulmate, and then all of a sudden, she pulls something a month or two in, where here's what happens, okay? A month or two in, now all of a sudden what she's gonna do is she's just gonna randomly not text you for about 4 to 5 days to see what happens. If you were to ask her why, she probably wouldn't even be able to tell you, and if one of her girlfriends asked her why she did this, she would give some sort of surface level response such as like, well, I just wanted to see what he would do. Why? Because they're covert. Why? Because they're indirect. Why? Because they conceal their interest level. Why? Because they don't want you to know that they are constantly analyzing your attachment level and your sexual market value compared to all of the other men. If you can actually have the wisdom and the maturity to get rid of some of those old beliefs that do not serve you in the real world, you will be miles ahead of majority of all other men. So here's what happens. She will just randomly not text you for 4 to 5 days in a row or something like that. Anywhere from, 5 to 10 days, something along those lines. She just wants to see what you are going to do. This is the #1 test that they do, is they sleep with you, and they're going to consistently keep sleeping with you, and then they're going to remove the attention or they're going to pull back to see what you do. So the #1 test women do is pull back post repetitive sex. Keep this in mind. Why did I underline this word repetitive? Because this is usually what happens, and I'm going to explain why. This usually happens once you guys have slept together between 3 to 10 times. Once you've slept together between 3 to 10 times is typically where now what she wants to do is she wants to test your attachment level, and I'm going to explain why it typically takes this many times of you guys being intimate. The reason why is because in her brain, if she pulled back after sleeping with him once, it's going to feel like a hookup. It's going to feel like it was a one-time occurrence, and she doesn't want to feel that way. So what she wants to do is she wants to test the attachment level once there's a chance that you are actually attached. So this is why. The #1 test that women do is pull back post-repetitive occurrences of intimacy. So here's why they do this. #1, they are testing for alpha indifference. #2, they are testing for true pre-selection. They are seeing if you are desired by other women. They are seeing if you have other options. And not only that, #3, she wants to see that you are not weak. Now, I'm really going to emphasize #2 right here. She is testing for pre-selection. You have to understand this, that a man who's pre-selected and has other options at her level of attractiveness would not care if she pulled back. And that's what she's screening for. That's what she's testing for. She wants to see, does this man have other options at my current level of attractiveness? If you do, it's now a win. If you do, you will pass the test and she will see that you're a man that she wants to be with. So this is what I can tell you so you can understand this at a deeper level. You need experience with attractive women. You need experience. You need to get out there and date. Here's why. The hotter the girl gets, okay, the more attractive the woman gets, the more options she has, which means the more advanced the tests become. Say this with me one more time. The more attractive the woman is, the more advanced the tests become. So what I can tell you is this: never under any circumstances reveal your interest level. Never under any circumstances reveal your interest level. Never do anything that signals attachment. Never do anything that signals any sort of emotional dependency. Never do anything that gives her the feeling that you as a man are seeking her emotional reassurance and validation from her. If you do that, you will turn her off and she will not see that you're a pre-selected man. So never reveal your interest level. Here is the way that I kind of understand this for myself. I say, what would a king do, or how would he act 1,000 years ago? Well, number one, this king or this guy, he has status. He is at the top of whatever it is. He's at the top of the kingdom and he has all the options in the land. So he's going to act like it. He's going to reply on his own terms. He's going to not necessarily care if he doesn't see her again. He's not going to care. So number three, he carries himself like royalty. And because of that, he literally doesn't care if he ever sees her ever again. Why? Because he is able to give a sense and to show that he has other options at that current level of attractiveness. That to a woman is attractive. I'm going to tell you this, they don't even necessarily need to know you. They don't even need to know your personality. They don't even need to know anything about you. They literally don't need to know anything about you. And they will still find you attractive or say to themselves, this is a guy I really want to be with. You can see how this works on social media as well. If a couple women start commenting on a photo, it's like a bunch of other women will all of a sudden, over the course of a couple weeks, start commenting on that photo. They don't know anything about the guy and they don't care. They're just going to naturally follow what the other girls are doing and what the other women are responding to. So when you date any woman, always expect her to try to ruin a good thing. This is the last message that I want you to take away from this, because this is very true. Anytime, okay, literally anytime, say this with me one more time. Anytime you date any woman, always expect her to try to ruin a good thing. It might take her 3 weeks before she wants to try to throw you a curveball. It might take 3 months. It might take 3 years. I don't care. Just expect it. Why? Why is she doing this? Because she wants to weaken you. She wants to weaken you because she doubts your dating value, and because she doubts your dating value, now she wants to test to see how many other options that you have or how attached you are to her. This is very bad if you don't see this. This is very bad if you don't see this coming. I adjust my time horizon to overcome these issues. Here's what I mean. Over the years, I have had to learn what to do and what not to do. What I've done is I adjust my time horizon because I realize that life is typically long if you let it be. If there's women that you've lost out on in the past, what you're going to realize is if you would have moved things slower, you probably would still be with that person. So here's what I mean. You will never have a woman exit your life by moving the relationship along too slowly. However, you will always lose a companion or a woman in a relationship by attempting to move that relationship too quickly. Always take things slow. Oftentimes the relationship needs to move at the woman's pace. So here's what I can tell you. I will send one text message every 7 to 14 days. That's it. If there's a woman I'm interested in, I will stretch the time horizon of anywhere from like 3 to 6 months. And I tell myself, how do I make it so that way this is a storybook or a novel that she wants to slowly uncover page by page? If I have a first date with a woman, I try to make sure I don't have that second date until about 3 to 4 weeks down the road. Why? Because I don't want to signal any sort of emotional reassurance. I'm not trying to signal that this is my only option. And this is what you're going to have to do as a man, is you have to position yourself as a man with pre-selection. This is the typical narrative today, is every single content creator is going to tell you women want a top 1% man. Women do not want a top 1% man, and women don't care. Women want a man who does not want a relationship with them. That signals high amounts of status. That signals high amounts of dating value. This is what they look for, is a man who is not attached to a relationship. If you like this video, I want you to hit the like button. I want you to actually understand that it is your job to demonstrate pre-selection along the entire dating interaction that you have with a woman. Check out the webinar that I made for you. The link is in the description. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.